This is the new SSD that we are going to use instead of using a hard drive. This is 1 terabyte and it's a 2.5 inch drive. And then we are also going to be using this adapter, which has your SATA data and power to a USB. The first thing that you need to do is figure out what kind of Xbox you have. This is mine here, an Xbox One X. Before that was an Xbox One S, and then the original Xbox One. A little bit confusing because then they released the Xbox Series X and then the Xbox Series S. We're going to go to a couple different websites here. The first one is right here. This is TAI 1976. Has done a lot of work on the Xbox and has released some scripts that we can format the Xbox hard drive. If you come down, the one link that we're going to go to is the Google Drive, and I will have the links down below in the description. That will take you up to here, and we want to grab the boot logo for the Xbox. So figure out which Xbox you have. I have the X, and then you can download that. Website that we're going to go to, and this is by the same individual. This is where we're going to grab our Xbox One hard drive partitioning script. You can download that here. So I've got those downloaded. So here's our boot menu. And then right here is our script. I've got that unzipped already. It's a Windows. And so we are going to go in and use this one with the GUI. It's a little bit easier, but you could use both of those as well. Alright, I have the SSD drive plugged in, and it's not showing up here, so let's come down and type in disk, manage disks and volumes, and this is a brand new drive, so we are just going to initialize it, create a simple volume, and that will be fine. Okay, perfect. So it is now our E. Showing up right there. Alright, now we are going to format the drive for the Xbox. So we're going to click on the GUI BAT, run it as an administrator. It's going to check that all these drives are free, meaning those drive letters, which ours are. And the one that we want to do is an E. So next, because our hard drive failed, we're going to do A. There's other options down there depending on what you need to do for your Xbox. We're going to click on A. Now these are all the drives that I have hooked up to my computer right now. Number 1 is the drive that we are going to use. It will erase data, that is fine. Now these are the drive sizes that you can use in your Xbox as standard sizes. Ours is a 1 terabyte. We're going to click on that, and it's going to run. And it is done. Now if we click on this PC, you're going to show a whole bunch of more drives. And this is the hard drive, or the SSD in this case, getting partitioned into the different areas that they need to be for the Xbox. The last website that we need is to go to support on Xbox, and this is where we are actually going to get the update software. So figure out which Xbox you have, and then come down here and you can download the file that you need. So this is the one that we are going to need, and this link will be down in the description as well. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is come in here to the System Update X. We need to create 2 folders, capital A, capital B. Let's go into this OS U1 folder. We're going to go into System Update. We're going to grab all these files, drag them and drop them into the A folder, and then into the B folder. Let's go down and eject the hard drive. The next thing is that we are going to take this OS U1 firmware and extract it onto a USB drive, which I've done here. The USB drive needs to be at least 6 megabytes or bigger is what they recommend. I have an 8. That screw out there, and the screw underneath the sticker here. So there's a trick to getting this off. It slides forward, you lift up the one side, you lift up on the front right here, and the back there, and then we just walk it off like that. This is what we were dealing with. The top cover needs to slide back, up, and then we need to pry this side down and off. The 3 screws for this board come off, and it gets pulled off. All of these screws here need to come out except those 4. This front board just gets pulled back, and this little ribbon wire right here needs to get pulled off. Undo this connector right here, and then flip this over. The top cover comes off and gets slid forward toward the disk drive area. That screw and that screw right there, they're different, so I marked that one. And the top cover lifts off. There's 2 connectors for the drive. The hard drive, there's a connector right here that gets undone. And then a connector right here. It just lifts out. There's 4 screws. This plate lifts off, and this connector gets just pulled off. There's the new drive. Connector gets put back on, and then install the 4 screws, and then just the reverse to get this installed. And those 2 screws are back in. Now there's some tabs here on the front of the Xbox, and they line up accordingly right here. So this piece has to come in first. And then it can slip down. Flipped over, we can get all these screws back in. Don't forget about this connector here. So starting off again, this piece here needs to slide in first. Down and forward. Alright, let's go try it out. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the Xbox. Okay, so we got Air E106, and before we were getting E101 or E102. So let's go ahead and go down to the troubleshoot. And it doesn't give us an option for the offline system update, so now is when we plug in the flash drive. Now let's go ahead and do the offline system update. and this is going to take a while. Let's turn on the Xbox. Wants me to connect up to the internet. Well, perfect. I'm going to sign in with my Xbox account. That looks like it's working. If there's any more concerns, I'll add it to the video. Thanks for watching and coming along on the repair experience. I'll catch you in the next one.